Back in the day when anime was first starting to kind of get popular over here in the US, DVD collecting became a very big thing as well. And thanks to Pokemon, Toonami, kind of that early invasion, thanks to certain channels playing anime, we started to get more kind of out-of-pocket DVDs in local stores. And my brother worked at a Borders, and for my birthday, he bought me a bunch of anime DVDs. He bought me 2. Vampire Hunter D, which was an undisputed classic. Then he bought me this one I'd never seen before called The Castle of Cagliostro. I had no idea what it was, and I think it had a fake Spielberg quote on the cover. It's still up for debate to this day. One day after school, I got out early because they were doing one of those SAT prep things, so it was really just exciting that I got to leave, and I fell in love with this movie to where I had to show it to Eric and pretty much everyone I knew. And before I knew it, that started my long-term obsession with Lupin III. So Castle of Cagliostro. Mike, you've seen this, right?
I have not.
But you said it was on your list. Sorry.
Yeah, so
How much of Lupin do you know?
I know that it is a French character. I want to say it's like a literary character, but that would have been Lupin the First was a literary character.
Arsène Lupin.
Okay. He is a thief of some sort, and this is Miyazaki's first film?
Yes, this is actually because Hayao Miyazaki, known nowadays for his many, I don't know if he's ever made a badly received movie.
You don't hear about it if you did.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Miyazaki would slap you if you did. I don't know. He seems like a man of honest feelings. But yeah, he worked on the Lupin III anime series that had already been airing in Japan. Castle of Cagliostro first actually came out in 91.
Okay.
Is this their first movie?
It is not, but we can get into that because there's a whole rabbit hole I went down that I can talk about. But just to preface some things about why in particular I was excited about sharing this movie with you, Mike, you're not an anime guy, right?
I am not. It's very, very rare that I like anime.
I think your 3 favorite animes are Cromartie High School, Golden Boy, and Yuri on Ice, correct?
That is correct.
Very distinct.
Yeah.
Very personal choices, I
Sure.
feel.
Sure. Not for everyone.
Yeah. Eric, you're not an anime guy either.
I'm not, no.
But how did you feel after I showed you Castle of Cagliostro?
Well, it's not like your typical. So back in the day when anime was in the early, what was it?
Toonami.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, so basically, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z,
it was very
Sailor Moon,
It was
and whatever else Toonami could get on, like Ronin Warriors and stuff later.
very designed for children, very kiddish. But well, I mean, Pokemon was
Pokemon obviously, but that was the prime demographic.
Right.
But
We should also probably state when we're talking about the early days of anime, we mean it in terms of it being very popular in the States.
oh yeah,
Yes,
keep in mind,
when it
it's
came,
Crunchyroll was not even
yeah,
up. That was not even something anyone would ever dream of existing. Well, that's what I mean. Back in the day, you'd buy DVDs and you had no idea what half of these were.
I liked Speed Racer.
Speed Racer is
Speaking
fun.
of early, that was
MTV, I believe, is where I first watched Speed Racer. But we can go into our experience. But Eric, again, not an anime guy, but Castle of Cagliostro really struck a chord
because it was
with
the
you.
story. Because I love the story.
A heist movie.
Yeah, it's a heist movie. So, and it had a great story. It had all great characters. Got you involved, and it was really, really, really exciting.
Well, and I think it helps that Miyazaki obviously worked on Lupin III already.
It wasn't what I was expecting in anime.
Well, exactly, because the style is very toned down, and that's kind of the beauty of Lupin and why it appeals, I think, to more people. It tends to cross that threshold.
I am interested in seeing this because I've only seen one Miyazaki, and it was Ponyo.
Really?
And I really, really liked it, but I haven't seen any of his other stuff.
Oh, geez, we could do.
There's a lot there. I think you're going to like this one.
Yeah.
I think you're really, really going to like it.
It's got a lot of elements, and the other big reason I wanted to do this was Yuji Ono, the composer for the Lupin III series. In particular, he composed the musical identity of Lupin, so like the theme song, literally all the music. The man cooked with the saxophone. You'll hear some amazing stuff when we watch it. And I recall when we saw Incredibles 2, you got got real jazzed up by the music. When you heard that horn section, I think it was an Elastigirl's theme or something. I think you'll like the amount of saxophones in this movie.
All right.
But I'm going back to that really quick. I think it's because Miyazaki's style doesn't look like when you think of it.
It doesn't. No, and that's why it intrigued me, because it wasn't the faces and it was more toned down, like you said.
It had its own unique style, and that's kind of the thing, because that's how Monkey Punch, the artist behind Lupin III, his style was very unique because it was very scratchy.
Did you say Monkey Punch?
Yeah, that's what his name was,
All
Monkey
right.
Punch. That's how he was known. But his art style looks more like Sergio Aragone's of Mad Magazine. He had a very scratchy, weird,
That's a good way to put it.
like wacky
Yeah.
style. I think I ripped that from somebody. I know I've read it somewhere.
But it describes it perfectly.
Lupin always had its own particular sense of style about it. Castle of Cagliostro has always been my gateway movie to get people to try more anime. Not get into it, because it's all personal preference, and I'm not even the biggest in anime. But I think this movie is a great gateway to, one, Lupin the Third as a character, but also just anime has a lot more to offer than what you typically will see. But I understand why it was, because keep in mind, this was like finding water in the desert when I found this movie, because I have bought...
And it's just funny, it was a happenstance from my brother.
Yeah, he got me this and Vampire Hunter D, which I already knew I liked, because I caught that on MTV or something. Probably shouldn't have, but I saw it.
It was there.
It was great.
We watched Aeon Flux. It was fine.
Oh, man.
Boy, we could... All right, this is going on. Let's get
on that note.
On that note, let's get to the movie. All right, so movie is over. Mike, what did you think?
It wasn't really for me. It's
No?
not my cup of tea.
How do you feel about at least knowing where Miyazaki got to start?
Let's just start with positive.
I was going to say, because there were a few moments I thought I saw you get...
Oh, there's some cool shit in there,
like,
for sure.
yeah.
I really like that the style, this almost tug of war between going with a realistic animation style and just full-on Looney Tunes.
That's a big part of the appeal of Lupin.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really fun, silly shit, especially in the beginning. I loved the car chase in the beginning.
Yeah, that's kind
It's
of...
a great way to start a
That's
movie.
usually where most people get kind of hooked.
The first time those cars turn that corner and you see the perspective shift, you can really, really see the skill of the animators there. That is not easy to do at all. It was like a real show off kind of moment for them. Unfortunately, the rest of the movie just didn't have that same kind of get up and go for me.
What about the music?
Oh yeah, the music's great. I love the music. It was a lot of fun to listen to. It was very calming. I really liked the character design on all the goons.
There's
good goons.
Those guys always occupied a particular...
Their weird little pointy finger gloves that are super long to make them look like chimpanzees.
Mhm.
Well,
And then when they cut the clothes off of them, they're all just like Southern European dudes.
Southern European dudes who are also like trained in some form of assassination arts.
Yes. Yeah, for a small nation of only 3,500 people, it seems like at least a third of that is just assassins.
They know there's treasure there, so they guard.
They produce
That's
quality
fair.
over quantity, my friend.
But they don't know what the treasure is.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
What did you think of him as a villain?
Well, I said while we were watching it, with his square face and deep voice, he reminds me of Powdered Toast Man.
But before that, you said it's like when Looney Tunes draws Clark Gable.
Yes, yeah, in the old
They have all the celebrities.
A Night in Hollywood one. Yeah, is the weird, exaggerated versions of the celebrities. It's a weird looking guy.
Yeah,
He's a weird guy.
There's a lot of little design stuff I really, really liked in it. I love how his whirly gig that he has, there's little rockets on each of the propellers to make it go around faster. The same thing with his little rocket fingers. Like, it's a really good payoff because he just likes rockets.
What did you think of the scene where the Count first gets off his whirligig and he walks through?
Oh, it's just as he's walking without breaking stride, his butler is just undressing him. That's very funny. Like, little details like that I really like.
So I guess we can get into the subject of the dub.
right.
Because I know that was, when we suggested to doing this movie, Eric, you were very, very insistent that we can only watch Castle of Cagliostro if we get the good dub.
Well, that's because I saw Castle of Cagliostro on Netflix. Like, oh, okay, it's been a while since I've seen this movie. Might as well just turn it on. In the first 5 minutes, I figured out that this is not right. Something's not right here.
You were so mad about this.
Yeah.
You, the man who's not into anime, that you actually called me on the phone. And you told me how awful it was, and I'm sitting there thinking...
I warned you not to watch it.
Well, I had to after you fucking warned me, because I had to know how bad it was.
Well,
and
I just picture you pacing downstairs, pointing at the TV the whole time you're ranting through the phone.
I mean, when you hear it, it's really bad.
It's bad.
You showed me a clip of it comparing them.
Did I?
Yeah, it was like where it was parts from that car chase scene, and it was like from 3 different dubs.
Well, and that's like the fascinating thing when I started doing the deep dive on this, because I thought that was something Netflix did on their own.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I thought they redid it.
We thought it was Netflix just hired a bunch of shitty
right.
actors, and they decided
And
to...
they either rewrote it or it was a bad translation or something.
They changed the script.
Yeah.
Like
It was completely
Okay,
changed.
so the history of Lupin the Third, Castle of Cagliostro dubbing in particular. Turns out that dub that was on Netflix, it was by a company called Streamline. That is how Lupin the Third was first.
Because this movie is from the late 70s.
Late 70s, but guess how it first came to America? In an arcade game.
Really?
Remember Dragon's Lair?
Yeah.
Remember those old Don Bluth
Yeah.
Laserdisc games where it was like...
Point and click?
Not point and click, but a movie would play on screen. And
Oh,
you
right,
as the
right.
player would have
Yeah.
to like react, or you get like an animation. Those were really popular, obviously. It was like the hot new thing. Dragon's Lair 2, Space Ace.
They were like a laser disc, right?
It was a Laserdisc,
Yeah.
yeah. And it was basically like, you'd have to react. And they were a big money sink because obviously if you wanted to finish the game, you'd keep pumping quarters in. But once you knew what to do, you could theoretically beat it really cheap.
Like Groundhog's Day.
Exactly. So when I was going on this weird thing on YouTube of looking up like all these old games I never heard of, kind of you look up one thing, you go to another.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I look
You
up
find the rabbit hole and then...
I look up Dragon's Lair because I was always fascinated by that game because I liked Don Bluth. And then I found out there was a sequel, and I'm like, oh, I'll watch the sequel. It's like watching a movie.
Mhm.
And then I see a compilation of something called Cliffhanger. 2 words, not like the Stallone movie. Cliffhanger was a 1981 Laserdisc game that was made up of Castle of Cagliostro and clips from the previous Lupin the Third movie, Secret of Mamo, which came out a year prior in Japan, so
Okay.
78. So that was actually people's first interaction in the U.S. to Lupin as a character was a Laserdisc game. And the voice actors have never been found. It was just people at the arcade company. It was Stern who put it out, not Stern Pinball.
Oh, okay. I was just about to say.
Like Stern like Electronics.
That's 2 years after the movie came out, 81 from 79.
That's how they
Yeah.
got it. For some reason, I forget exactly how they came across, but they decided to do that, and they spliced in scenes from another Lupin movie. So it's weird to consider that for a lot of Lupin's not named Lupin, and that his name is Cliff.
Okay.
Because they're not working off of
Yeah.
anything. They're just
Well,
yeah.
Well, in Jigen, his name
Is
is
his last name Hanger?
No, it's not. You never hear his last name, but Jigen is named Jim.
Okay, I could kind of see that actually.
Goemon
Yeah.
is just the name Samurai.
Okay.
They didn't even bother.
Didn't even bother. Yeah.
Didn't even bother.
Let's just not do it.
To be fair,
This whole shtick is cutting people's clothes off because he doesn't want to kill them.
not really. I know Miyazaki likes that awful dub that we don't like,
Mhm.
and the reason he prefers it is because it's more family friendly, because that's how he wanted this to be.
Mhm.
Miyazaki's very big on it being family friendly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because when you think about it, I think we only have like 2 deaths in this movie. They're horrific.
Yeah. Well,
Crush
most of the goons
Dude-
got it too.
Dude,
No,
dude
In the
got
beginning?
smushed.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 people got smushed.
Yeah.
One thing I did think of, which did actually remind me of Hard Boiled while we were watching
Oh
it,
no.
was I can't remember his name, but the one that is always smoking the smushed up cigarettes.
Jigen.
Jigen. When he tries blowing out the tires, and I guess they're bulletproof tires.
Yeah.
And then he switches to the bigger gun for a different purpose.
I was very curious because, well, he has that clever saying where he's like, they didn't buy that off the lot. And then, of course, in the famous Streamline dub, he makes sure to loudly exclaim, hey, they have bulletproof tires.
Oh,
So we, as the audience, are aware said tires are bulletproof.
Right.
yeah.
I don't think I would have
So I'm
figured
just-
that out.
I'm just curious. Was it written that way or like?
I don't know, man. It's like
It's just
this.
bad.
They wanted to bring Lupin the Third over, and they did it. And I guess the manga entertainment dub, the one we watched, which was like what we were introduced for, is typically considered like the. Well, now it's different because there's a 3rd dub that came out that has a lot of the current Lupin cast who are like involved in the franchise now.
Sticking with the current stuff, how did that CG Lupin movie do?
I heard it was fantastic. It's on my list. It's actually directed by Takashi Miyazaki. Hopefully I got that right. He directed -1.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That guy seems to do nothing but produce quality.
I mean, if it's the director of Godzilla -1.
Yes, yes.
So that's encouraging because I really liked that.
Well, I still want to. I've heard it's fantastic. It looked like it had a lot of that Looney Tunes nonsense that you seem to kind of like.
Mm-hmm.
I know we watched a clip where Jigen shoots like the bolts that hold up like street signs, like the big like expressway exit signs. But I recall Jigen shooting the bolt or like the nut to one of them so that it unscrewed and the
he just shoots the corner of it.
yeah, I think that's what happened. I might be making it up. I don't know. Quite frankly, I want to find out soon.
Nah, that I can see that.
Yeah, like there's a lot of comedy to it.
Well, and that was another thing. Was the other point later where he's got that big sniper rifle.
Yeah.
The anti-tank gun.
Yeah, the anti-tank gun, right? And he's just like, oh, he's just got a bunch of guns.
Well, I do like that's like a subtle thing you realize throughout the movie is every time Jigen goes to use his iconic revolver.
Yeah.
Because I remember that was when we were talking about movie guns that one time. That was when I showed you.
Okay.
Because what kind of gun did you say? Did you say it was a Smith & Wesson?
Yeah, it looks like a Smith & Wesson revolver.
Yeah, because I just like how throughout the movie, he just realizes bigger gun.
Bigger guns.
Bigger bullet, bigger gun.
Well, when you have to deal with weird razor-fingered chimpanzee assassins,
I was waiting
sometimes
for you to
just need a
say
bigger gun.
I was waiting for you to say we make holes in teeth.
That's what they look like.
Especially when they
You know,
shuffle.
For how often I say that in my day-to-day life, I'm surprised I did not say that here.
You were figuring things out.
Yeah.
You know the Coneheads?
Oh, I know the Coneheads.
Who doesn't know the Coneheads?
Well, did you know that they had an animated series?
I did not know
It
that.
doesn't surprise me.
They had a pilot.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But the reason I bring it up
Is this what, 96?
nope, 1983.
83.
It was produced by Rankin Bass.
Oh, that
Oh.
makes sense.
It had all of the original cast. So it was Dan Aykroyd,
Mhm.
Jane Curtin, Lorraine Newman, and I was watching it. It came up for whatever reason on my YouTube, because, again, YouTube, it loves to do that. The studio that they would outsource their animation to, though, I can't find the name of it, but it was actually the studio that would have some members go on to become part of Studio Ghibli.
Okay.
Because this isn't a Studio Ghibli movie, Castle
Right,
of Cagliostro. This is just because it was. I think it was distributed by Toho. Linking back in the Godzilla thing, I think in '91 maybe it was. This movie has a weird release.
It seems like it.
Well, because it came out in '79,
Came over here in the 90s.
in '81 because of that cliffhanger game.
This
movie
movie
itself
released, yes.
Yeah, the movie officially released in '91 with that god-awful dub. And then it got like a resurgence in the 2000s with the DVD because Manga Entertainment did their dub. Because that's the voice of Lupin in this is Solid Snake, David Hayter.
Okay.
Also Captain America, I think. He's been around. Actually, funny story, they were going to include the cliffhanger game on the Blu-ray release because you could technically play it. They have no idea who owns the rights.
Oh, jeez.
Because it's like, it's Castle Cagliostro, but it's technically
not.
cliffhanger.
Right. Because it would have its own audio recording, and that's its own work.
By people who we still to this day have no idea who they are. There was almost technically a fifth dub. Oh, right, God. Because I forgot to mention a funny fact that I discovered here. How did you feel about the cursing in the movie?
Fine.
Well, I thought it was funny because apparently Miyazaki was not a big fan of it. He wanted this to be the family fun friendly Lupin, which does get a little weird when you go and you read the Lupin comics and you find out what a sleazy is, like full blown. The guy who
that's like having action figures for RoboCop.
Yeah, it's true.
Like,
it's marketed to kids.
Hey, you know what? Fair comparison. I'll give you that one. Like, the interesting thing to me is they did a second version of that dub that we watched, but they removed the cursing, and it's very silly.
Now, when you say remove the cursing, is it just like lowered down?
No, I guess.
Or is it like yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon?
No, they hard remove it. They apparently had the audio tracks, so they were able to. It was funny when I read about that, how people are very iffy about.
It's not even that bad.
They're just calling each other bastards.
Yeah.
Well, all I could fucking think of was the Star Wars bit, because I was worried. I was worried I was going to watch this movie again after seeing that scene. I was like, why is everyone calling each other bastards?
Star Wars. It's one word.
Why do they keep calling the Death Star Darth Vader's house? I was very worried we were going to watch this again. It was just going to be like, God, they really do say bastard a lot in this movie, do they? So I thought it was very funny to find out. Oh, they have a clean dub. They have redubbed this movie. I guess they've dubbed it 3 times in the clean version, and then the cliffhanger version. It's weird.
Very strange.
The main character, Lupin, was just annoying.
So here's kind of here's kind of an interesting thing about that. You're going to be mad at me because I'm going to say I actually want to get your take on another Lupin movie.
Okay.
No, the reason is, so Castle of Cagliostro is a very clean Lupin.
Okay.
The actual Lupin character is very sleazy.
Okay.
Super fucking sleazy.
Well, because you have this whole scene where he is in, the princess's tower, and and he is saying all these kind of sappy, poetic things to her over and over. And then you get to the end of the movie and he's like, no, your place is here. And it's just like this weird turn for his character that didn't make sense to me, at least for the story.
I guess. I figured it was this time.
But if he was weird and sleazy like in Golden Boy, I don't know, maybe that'd be interesting.
So you might actually like other Lupin stuff.
Isn't there a Lupin project where he's played by Idris Elba on Netflix?
I think that's more so associated with Arsène Lupin,
Okay.
not Lupin the Third. Lupin the Third is its own thing.
Okay.
Now, granted, Castle of Cagliostro, from what I understood when I was doing a little bit of research, is a reference to an Arsène Lupin story, I think, called The Countess of Cagliostro. Like, Cagliostro has been referenced in previous Arsène Lupin media.
Yeah, that grappling hook design was really cool too. At the beginning, when he saves her, when the car goes over
with
the
his
edge.
belt buckle.
Yes, and like
the
fact that it was a manual wind and not a little motorized one, I thought was really endearing.
Unlike the gadget from the Goonies, which brings me to another point that's funny about Cliffhanger, that arcade game. Chunk is playing it in the Goonies.
Is he?
Yeah. It's not important in any way, shape, or form.
I just
thought that was an interesting
I thought
fact.
he was playing the what's the other one? The dragon.
Dragon's Lair?
Yeah, I thought
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm more of a Monster Squad guy than I am the Goonies.
That's fair.
So I really was I just saw a still and I'm like, oh, neat. So maybe it was fake. I don't know. But I could see that being just a random ass arcade game.
Sure.
I don't know what it was. Again, I'm not really into anime. It's very rare.
That's fair. Well, that's why I wanted to test this one.
And I'm never opposed to sitting down and checking something out.
No, you said you wanted to see this.
Yeah.
So we accomplished the goal of the show.
Yeah.
Because now we can say you've seen this, right?
I have in fact seen this now.
We're 2 for 2 on misses, Eric. We're gonna
We'll find one.
We're gonna figure out Mike eventually. we can't rely on Jaws forever.
No. What didn't you like about it?
Well, I know you said Lupin is a character.
Like him as a character.
I felt like the story just kind of
trailed off
and didn't really do much. This is going to be a very bad comparison, but it's the best one I have at the moment.
You're not going to bring up Blues Brothers 2000, are you?
No, I like that one.
How dare you?
Go on.
No, I'm going to bring up Man of Steel.
Okay.
Okay.
Because when you get to the third act of that movie, it just feels like the momentum of the story disappears and it's just action piece after action piece after action piece. And it's just kind of like, I don't really care why this is happening anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the weird riddle when you put the rings together, like it's this old family saying, but the end of it is, and then put these in the eyes. It's like a weird family saying.
I mean, it might have been symbolic. It might have been a family of eye gougers.
And honestly,
it's not like there was some blood spilled on those castle
If
grounds.
you look at their gloves, I can see them as being a family of eye gougers for sure. Kind of more disappointed that I didn't like the rest of the movie because I was enjoying so much of the beginning.
When do you feel it started to turn? If there was like a particular moment or a scene, because it seemed like you were pretty down with the assassin break-in scene.
Yeah.
That was...
I don't know. It just kind of, as the movie went on, it just wore on me more.
I will admit, watching it again after so long, I can see where there are a lot of quiet scenes that feel like they go on just a hair too long, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
There were moments where I thought, did the movie freeze?
It took a really long time, I felt like, for the clock tower to crash into the lake.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that was a really long time. And also, like, was that what was supposed to happen when you do that?
Probably,
yeah.
Like, you just...
It just reveals the rest
whoever's standing there is just a sacrifice, and then...
I think you're supposed to be smart enough to get
out of the way.
And I think he was a dum-dum.
Even if you get out of the way of the smushing, that thing's collapsing into the water. Do you have time to get out of there?
You know, maybe they assumed it would be a grave robber who does it.
Maybe, but then why preserve the family saying?
For fun.
Fair.
I guess this is kind of like Hard Boiled, where I'm just really curious because it's, you know, it's always interesting to see those later takes on things, because this was actually both an introduction to Lupin the Third, and this was kind of like me learning more about anime outside of what I had already known.
Well, I liked it because I liked the design of all the characters. Like, Jigen is awesome. Goemon's awesome. Lupin's design with his green jacket, yellow tie.
That's how they
Does he normally have a red jacket and other
He
things?
does. So
Okay.
this is the green jacket Lupin.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, every season of Lupin, he has a different colored jacket. The red jacket is the second. I could be getting this wrong, so
I don't know what
I don't know what the order is, but
yeah.
there's Pink Jacket, which I believe are the episodes Miyazaki worked on, so I want to say those are probably like season 1, maybe. Then there was the Red Jacket, which we got over here on Adult Swim,
Okay.
which was a big deal.
Which is probably why I think of him as having a red jacket.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's kind of an interesting thing because I kind of would be curious to know what you think of those Lupin the Third episodes that aired on Adult Swim, because that leaned more into sleazy Lupin.
Okay.
Like, that's where there's an episode where it's basically a Pink Panther parody.
Love Pink Panther.
They have their own Inspector Clouseau.
Well,
I mean, more than Zenigata.
Zenigata.
yeah.
Like, the voice cast is really good. Castle of Cagliostro, like, I know Miyazaki likes that awful dub that we don't like,
Mhm.
and the reason he prefers it is because it's more family friendly, because that's how he wanted this to be.
Mhm.
Miyazaki's very big on it being family friendly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because when you think about it, I think we only have like 2 deaths in this movie. I will say, watching this again, it did remind me how little Goemon kind of factors into the story.
He's there.
He's there, but like,
He does cool stuff.
and he always does. But it's like compared to, if, again, watching so much of the Red Jacket episodes. But I guess that's part of the thing when you do a movie, because there are a ton of Lupin movies. And there is a invariable ton of them.
And who is
Fujiko does a lot more too in different.
Yeah, well, Fujiko was a hard character, I realized after the fact, because, she shows up, she does some cool stuff. She's normally not a blonde. But it's really funny because in the series, in most cases, she's just fucking trolling Lupin all the fucking time. Like,
She was here too.
oh yeah. Like, I think watching it again, I feel like Fujiko and Goemon got kind of, not sidelined, but they were kind of just,
There.
mostly
Yeah.
Goemon. I think Fujiko did a lot more. She has her own series now. Or she did.
She mildly reminded me of that character in Dragon Ball Z that didn't make it into the first round
Launch?
of Toonami. Yeah, Launch.
Because the girl who sneezes and turns into an alternate personality that's like violent and has guns. Yeah, I can see it. Launch is a character who she's normally a timid, normal girl, and then she sneezes and she turns into a blonde psycho who always has guns on her.
And also,
Oh.
am I remembering correctly? Did Master Roshi make himself shrink down to hide in the toilet?
Yeah. He did.
See,
I mean, yeah, he did. I remember I read Dragon Ball, which was pretty fun, but I remember back in the day, dial-up days,
Oh wow.
finding a website that had early clips of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z before they had stuff that never came out over here. Boy, what a journey watching like clips of Master Roshi watching like nudie tapes,
mhm.
and then watching an entirely separate clip the next day where it's like, why are they fighting Hitler? Well, you see, they had a movie for Dragon Ball Z where I believe the washing machine that, cleanses the souls of hell broke.
Oh.
So all the bad people from, like, different levels of history came out, and Hitler was one
That
of them.
just sounds so exhausting to me.
I'm purposely explaining its plots to make Michael a little upset.
And I like weird stuff, but I don't know. That just
Japanese weird just doesn't, huh?
I love Hausu,
I know you do.
and that's
'Cause if you
that's
did-
weird.
If you didn't, I think there would have been like, I don't know if I know Mike anymore.
That's
What
a
about-
weird movie,
What
man.
about existential stuff like Ghost in the Shell?
I still need to see that. It still blows my mind that you've seen that before.
I haven't seen
Again! The guy who's not into anime!
I haven't seen Ghost in the Shell, and the only reason I put these together is because they were next to each other at Hollywood Video. But I have seen Crying Freeman.
I mean,
I don't know what's that?
an assassin who gets it's an assassin. I've never watched it. I've always meant to, but isn't it he like a highly trained assassin who he has to be naked to execute his kills,
That's something like that. I don't know,
and
man.
he cries when he does it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
man,
don't
And
know.
but he like has like a stoic face when he does
Yeah,
it.
and he's got like Yakuza tattoos and stuff. I don't know.
Feel a little outnumbered here nowadays. I'm not even that into anime nowadays. Last new thing I think I watched was 2 seasons of My Hero Academia, and I was like, I had enough. I got everything I wanted. I was like, I'm good. So would you be interested in checking out Lupin the First, the CG movie?
I'll give it a shot, but
I think at some point.
if I don't like it, I might not watch the other ones.
I mean, I wouldn't expect you to watch all of them because I haven't seen all of them because there are a lot of movies. I will say I would like to see how you would feel about the Adult Swim dubs of the Red Jacket episodes because those were kind of silly because sometimes I think they lost the script.
So just kind of did what they wanted.
Well, I know they make a land shark reference.
Oh wow. Okay.
There's an episode where they're trying. I forget exactly what happened, but they're doing some heist. You know how those boys are. And they're hiding in a tree, and some guy releases these missiles that have like wheels on them. They're like heat-seeking missiles that are tracking them, and they have shark heads on the front. And I believe they're hiding in a tree, and I think Lupin says to Jagan, "Hey, knock knock, who's there? Land shark." And I think the script just got thrown out the window. Oh, there's an episode where they try to steal the big Jesus.
In
Brazil?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like some Carmen Sandiego shit.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. There's cool
Stealing landmarks?
I'm telling you, Mike, I think I can make some of this work for you. But yeah, they steal Big Jesus.
Well, that the land shark thing, that sounds like it's probably just a localization issue, like where it's just
Issue, I say.
Well,
Flavor.
sure, but I just mean like in the initial script, it's referencing something similar to that, but specific to that culture. So if we're gonna translate it, let's.
Do you think there was like a Japanese skit show that did a Jaws parody?
Maybe.
I want to see.
It was that popular. I can see that.
I want to see that. I know they had a really good Nightmare on Elm Street parody.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there. I mean, maybe not Jaws, but just a shark thing in general, because there's a lot of like it's an island nation, right? So there's a lot of seafaring things in the culture.
You raise a good point, Eric. Elaborate.
On sharks in Japan?
More so, what are things you? How did you feel about Castle of Cagliostro? When was the last time you watched it? It was the bad dub, right?
Well, it was only.
Well, he turned that off.
Yeah,
I know, but that was like the last.
That was the
last time you interacted.
Yeah,
with
that was
this
the
movie.
last time.
And that had to have been. That was pre-pandemic.
Oh yeah, so it's been a long time since I've rewatched it, and I've grown to like it actually a little bit more, to be honest with you, because I looked more at the backgrounds are amazing.
Yeah,
all the landscape shots are fantastic.
That was actually something I wanted to ask you about, Mike, because you said something about the panning.
Oh yeah, there's the way that vertical or like horizontal pans felt very different for what you would see in that time period.
Yeah.
When I think of animation that's done at that scale in that time period, I'm thinking of what Disney was putting out. You know what I mean? Disney was all like these proprietary, like new systems that they developed for filming on these different things. So this is somebody else doing something similar in a completely different way.
Right.
So it was really interesting to see how they were doing that. And I would like to know a little more about like the actual technical process of that, because it looked really cool.
It was really cool.
Just like, again, the way those cars move, there's something really special there.
Those were modeled off of real cars too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. But it also didn't look like it was rotoscope.
It was not.
Like
it was actually hand drawn.
It reminded me of something in Ponyo where there was this 5-year-old boy and he climbs through a fence, and the way that he's moving, you could just tell there were some really nuanced observations that the animators were making about the way little kids move and do things. That was
like they saw a kid actually climbing through a fence and just...
That reminds me of a detail someone pointed out to me, and I think Spirited Away, which I know was like one of the last big like Miyazaki movies I remember seeing. But and I guess you see a lot of this in Castle of Cagliostro too. I think it's always just kind of been Miyazaki's cruise kind of thing, those little character movements. Someone pointed out in like Spirited Away when the girl, I can't remember her name, it's been a while since I watched the movie, but she's walking with her parents. But the way the characters are like moving, you know, when you step, like the bodies would like raise, they have this minute detail of her, because her steps are shorter.
Yes.
Like the way the timing works. Thinking about that, it must just be like a Miyazaki thing to be focused on those details, because it does add to the believability.
And even in this one, that almost Daffy Duck-like quality of the butler undressing him as he's walking and him not losing his stride, there is such specificity to the movements of both of the characters that's really delightful to see.
I also like the style, just the clothing style. They're shorter ties, they're squared off ties.
Yeah.
And like their pants that don't go all the way down.
That's always been a particular thing with Monkey Punch, or just that style in general, is everyone has those very rounded shoes.
Yes, very bulbous
lanky
shoes.
Yeah.
So on the rewatch, I've grown to like more of the movie.
Very referencing Mad Magazine again. It's like Sergio Aragonés mixed with Don Hertz. Yeah, he who makes the shoes that go squawk and squinch and stuff like that. I mean, it's very interesting because now I'm like curious what you'll think of other Miyazaki movies.
Like I said, I've only ever seen Ponyo, and I really, really liked that.
See, I didn't. Ponyo was kind of where I started to lose my interest in a lot of Miyazaki stuff. Not out of malice or anything. I just kind of.
It's just
I reached my point.
Yeah.
Like, because I love Kiki's Delivery Service. That's a really good one you might like.
I tried watching that.
No go?
So I took my daughters to see that.
What, like at the Fathom event?
Yeah. I took them to see that. They had seen it before. They really wanted to watch it.
It's on Disney Channel a lot.
They were
like heavyweights.
They were very young when we took them to see it, so Bella couldn't read yet. And we get there, and it was a subtitled version, not a dubbed one. So the cat starts talking, and it's speaking Japanese, and it's written down there. And she just turned and goes, "Why can't I understand that cat?" It's like, I think we need to find a different movie to go see.
That's a shame, because in the dub, Phil Hartman voiced Gigi, I think was the cat's name.
That is a shame. They usually have a pretty good US
I think
cast.
it was
like Howl's Moving Castle.
Well, I think with Kiki's Delivery Service, it was Kirsten Dunst as Kiki, I think, and Phil Hartman was Gigi the cat, and
so it was a stack cast.
I know Princess Mononoke had Jada Pinkett Smith, Gillian Anderson, Billy Crudup. Not that he was like he's a big deal now, but he was notable. Yeah,
I mean, Ponyo had Liam Neeson and Tina Fey and Matt Damon.
We could just go down the list, yeah, because didn't Howl's Moving Castle have Christian Bale?
Christian Bale, yep.
Okay. And Billy Crystal?
Billy Crystal was in there too.
What a cast!
Yeah. And Cloris Leachman was the old witch.
She was still alive.
Oh
at
yeah,
that
that's
time,
right.
huh?
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us for another episode of You've Seen This Right. You can feel free to reach out to us at our email, ystrpodcast@gmail.com. We always appreciate hearing feedback, comments, thoughts, maybe future recommendations for film. And beyond that, I think we are ready to sign off. So this has been Andy, Mike, and Eric. We will be back with you all next time with You've Seen This, right?